Since initially signing up for Amazon Flex here in San Diego a couple of years ago, I've done a decent amount of shifts and the money's been pretty good. And over the years, Flex has slowly crawled up my list of my favorite gig apps. And really now it's my number 2 favorite app. But in this video, if you're considering Flex, I want to go over the other side of the coin here and review the very worst things about Flex. Welcome to the channel. My name is Mike. This channel is dedicated to your success in this gig economy, the side hustle. So if you are new here, consider subscribing. And for the very best accessories for any niche or any app in this gig economy, including Amazon Flex, check out my Amazon storefront, that linked down below. I have 5 major takeaways, and they're pretty big takeaways, negatives, about doing Amazon Flex, so you're gonna wanna hear this. Number 1, just let me get maybe the most obvious complaint out of the way here doing Flex. In my opinion, it is the most labor-intensive app. You gotta go to the warehouse to get your packages. You gotta load them into your vehicle. You're gonna be making more stops in your vehicle than other apps in the gig economy. And of course, obviously the bending, the lifting, the twisting, carrying packages into complexes. Now they're typically not super heavy packages, so there's that, but all of that combined, it is more labor intensive. Now, Mike, it's Amazon Flex. It's package delivery. You knew that when you signed up. And yes, I absolutely get that, very fair, but the complaint here is just the labor involved for the pay that you're getting. Number 2, whenever you're doing those warehouse deliveries, the standard Amazon.com orders, at the time of filming this video, those shifts are not eligible for tips. Now there's other delivery methods on the Flex platform that you can get tips, like Whole Food deliveries and the Prime Now, the same day services. But if you're signing up for those typically 2 to 4 hour Amazon.com shifts, no tips. Now, if you're not familiar with how Flex pays you as a driver, there's going to be a flat $18 per hour. And sometimes there is bonus pay if they really need to get drivers and fill those shifts. So there's pros and cons to that. Again, you're not going to get any tips on those shifts, but you do have predictable pay. And if you finish your shift early, you still get paid the full amount for that scheduled time. Number 3, absolutely one of the biggest pains, one of the worst things about Amazon Flex, at least operationally as a driver, is what happens if you can't deliver a package. It is honestly the worst thing if you're delivering, and I dread this if you cannot deliver a package, because here's what happens. Let's say on a typical, 2.5 hour or 3 hour driving shift, you'll probably be assigned anywhere from 30 to 50-ish packages for that shift. So you're making all of these stops, and for whatever reason, you have that package that you can deliver. It's usually access issues. If the code provided doesn't open the front door to the complex, if you can't find, if no one's coming out to let you in, if you've called the customer and you can't reach them, you can't deliver. So in those circumstances, or any other circumstance where you cannot deliver the package in a safe zone, you have to return that package to the warehouse. So you're already going to commute, obviously, from your home location to the Amazon warehouse, and then from the warehouse to your delivery destination. And then nothing's worse than if you have to backtrack back to the warehouse and then back home. I think it's like the first point about labor. I think this is just another part of the business here. Every single delivery is not going to go smoothly, and you will have access issues, and chances are you will have packages that you can't deliver. But I also want to say that in the last year, maybe year and a half, I have not, knock on wood, but I have not had a package that I've had to return to the warehouse. But I have had that before, maybe 3 or 4 packages in total. So yes, it's not that common. But still, that is one of the worst things that can happen to you as a driver, and that still is the standard procedure. You gotta return that package, obviously, to the warehouse. Number 4, I talked about getting maybe 30 to 50 plus packages for a standard, let's say, 2.5 hour driving shift. So one of the worst things is just the constant stops. You're going to be making a lot more stops on Flex than other niches in the gig economy. And again, I get it. It is part of the platform. That is exactly what you're doing. You're delivering packages. So you're going to make a lot more stops during your shift. That is the bread and butter of what this all is. I get that, but consider your vehicle. Consider if you're going to be delivering during bad weather. That is something to consider. And you're going to be doing all of that for a flat $18 per hour. Maybe you can make more money elsewhere. And number 5, one of the worst things about driving for Amazon Flex, and I recently found this out the hard way, just again, it's part of the business. You're not going to know the delivery location where you're going to be going until your shift is live. So stated simply, you're not going to know where you're going to deliver to until you're at that warehouse. So again, I'm coming to you from San Diego, California, and I get to the warehouse and you're going to scan in your packages. There's going to be a rack of packages and there's one main QR code that's going to assign that rack or that route to you. So that is very much the moment of truth. Where is my route? Where am I going to be assigned in my marketplace? So here in San Diego, I've been assigned most everywhere else other than this one zone. I've been delivering in Point Loma and other coastal areas of San Diego, but more recently, I was assigned to my least favorite spot, that was downtown. And then that opens the door to even more problems, unique to delivering in downtown. So if you want to see how that shift went, check out the video linked above. So let me know down below in the comments if you've delivered for Amazon Flex. What do you think is one of the worst things about driving for the platform? Let us know down below in the comments. If you got value in this video, definitely drop me a like, and you can also click or tap the screen here for my most recent video, as well as a video recommended for you, and I'll see you in the next one.